All right. Ndoda kuchekerwa kuti joyi rakavhurika here iri straight ndio metinobroadcastira ndaida kupinda imomo ndiri paredhiyo kana richakavhurika unobva wandivhurira unobatsira A very good afternoon. It's good to join you this afternoon. We find ourselves at Rufaro Stadium so far. We have played 2 minutes. That is what we are witnessing at the moment. Representing Scotland. That is Carlos Chirwa. That is the twin centre back with. That is, of course, Lincoln Zasia. But operating as the left back. That is Privilege Mkundan as well as Fortunate Mnemo. In goals, they also have brought another change in form of Begimpilo Ngube. Holding midfield, applying Emmanuel Saidi. But in midfield, there is, of course, Alan Katsikwa, who comes on and joins the list. Then 10 from Kamba, Keith Musengesa, leading the up front. That is Klopas Dubem, as well as Leroy Mafunga from the other end of the attack. But talking about which we talk about, that is Agama, the arriving side. Wilson Brown, that is in goals. Operating in defense, that is Chianga Tatenda. And of course, as the left back, that is Innocent Mwisa. Operating as the centre back, so we are bringing on Christopher Petros as well as Muronga Nzimbo Petro. And then, of course, operating in the heart of midfield, the man that is the top goal scorer of the side, Nyamfarika Ralph. That is, of course, with 6 goals. Then you talk about Chivinda Langton, Phineas Mtsetse, Nyaunga Malfina. Then as well as Alex Zimun, who was formerly with Rare City, and George Kasiti, who was also another individual who came from Mafuku United, that joined the side to complete the starting 11 for Agama. But switching your attention into the field of play, so far the ball is in possession of that is the goalkeeper for Scotland, Begimpilo Ngube, plays it wide to that is of course Lincoln Zasia, slowly building up and crossing the halfway line. Way through as they are coming. Cleopas Dube with a touch, away forward into space for Leroy Mafunga, an opportunity. Kreka, of course, cushioned it away from that is the range of the shot. That is Wilson Brown, who simply claims it on the second account, playing the Mickey Mouse games with the individuals that are pressing high. Let's wait and see how Agama starts this one, rolling it wide in front of his 6-yard, spreading it towards Christopher, floating it high for the chest as it goes high to this other end of the away. Privilege Mkulundan is operating, begging pillows along clearance higher. Way forward, the former Wange goalkeeper. A header comes way forward for the chest for 10 from Kamba. But no through road for 10 from. Yes, he wanted to operate for that solo runner. Preparing to take the throw, but the referee of the day, Anton Kanzelema, says the throw has been taken by the wrong side. It is going to be taken by Agama. Let's wait and see how Agama dispatch this one. You are listening to Classics 263, broadcasting for Zimbabwe, Broadcasting Corporation. That is which we are locked on. But for the moment as we come with a throw. Wilson Brown is in possession, opening up and on and off the ball movements continuously come. Let's wait and see how are they going to bring it on. Wilson Brown takes the moment. He sends it higher than expected. Header goes one infield. Kate Msengesa takes over. Former individual that with the chest at the near side, but no through rota. Easily dealt with him. A long clearance goes higher. Crossing halfway line, but brought down by Mtete off the chest controller of Ralph Nyamvurika, combining with Alex Zimunukasa. Operating it now, of course, in transition, breaking away. George Cassidy, the cross comes. Referee Anton Kanselema says at the ball striker is a natural hand with the indications. A highly flighted ball as it comes. Innocent Choplino, collected by Kate Msengesa at the arc of the center circle. Going forward, the referee awards advantage. But after that initial advantage could not occur as intended. The referee takes a reconsideration for it. As Den Van Kamba is, of course, breathing in pain as he's of course, find himself at the taker. If imminently the medical experts quickly take their route into the field of play to attend Den Van Kamba. Yes, we are waiting for this contest. Coming into this contest to continue, we can confirm that these are the debutants that came in the Northern Region Division 1 Soccer League at the beginning of the year. Yes, of course, the Mount Darwin-based Agama side that is, of course, coming into this contest after they had a draw. But talking about their previous encounter with Scotland, when they met, it ended goalless. So they are coming on a mission to consolidate their position in the log standings, as they are fifth in terms of log standings. But for Scotland, they find themselves temporarily dislodged upon what transpired yesterday in terms of Black Rhinos, who came out drums to go above. That is, of course, Scotland. The referee says the ball was still static and still awaiting for the medical experts to finally evict their route off the field of play. Awaiting for Lincoln Swasia. Lincoln Swasia clips it high, headed away, but still contention comes. Leroy Mafunga with it in the penalty box, but poorly executed. That was with his less privileged footer as he took it with a spiral motion. Way through as they built up. Innocent Chaplin upon on the 1st of December 87. Up gets the touch from George Cassidy. Way forward as it is floated high. Phineas Mtete cushions it at the center circle for Alex Zimuno. Christopher combining. Christopher takes a moment. Combines with Langton Chafinja. That is slowly building up and they're constructing from back. That is the Mount Darwin-based site. As they are coming through way forward now. Interchanging and moving further with play. Phineas Mtete with it. Can they do something now? George Cassidy crossing the half line into the Scotland half. Away forward as it is sent high peddling. That is privilege. Mkundwane a chance. Way across. Living dangerously, but fortunately enough, that was Carlson Chirwa who came on for that is a timely intervention. No kind words by the goalkeeper. Wow, Scotland nearly paying the price of poor communication in their own half, especially in the 6-yard box. But fortunately enough, Carlson Chilwa was there to come and salvage the situation. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it on. But as we await a temporal stoppage, that happens again. Right, so far we have witnessed that is 4 minutes in terms of play, but still nothing to separate the two sides. As we await for the throw to come at this other end, Proton Feta as they are coming at this time around, turning away from his marker, but Saidi takes over, coming with Alan Katsikwa under pressure. Saidi recovers it again, combining with Leroy Mafunga on the chest. Some indications for support, finding support from Clopas Dube, who goes imminently now at the solo striker as he goes forward, but the referee says there was a pulling effect that was done by Cleopas Dube, so the referee awards that is a foul at the near side, but in the half of that is Agama. Will Agama do something with this dead ball situation? Christopher Petros, that is the individual who's standing over this one, awaiting to dispatch it. Numbers pushing forward, awaiting for it to come along. Let's wait and see how they can going to bring it higher. Looking for the solo run from Phineas Mtete, but the header comes from Privilege Mkundane, ex-Black Members player who concedes a corner. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring upon a corner. Right, you might be listening us from wherever you might be. You are listening to Classics 263, broadcasting for Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, awaiting for the corner to come. At this time around, as we are waiting for the moment to be delivered in form of Agama. And of course, taking much of his time and his route to that one, that is Malvin Nyaunga. Upon on the 13th of February 1997, that is the individual who lines up for a corner. As he waits for the corner to come, he sends the drive in, head away across, headed away further, but coming for the readjustment, and he reloads the cross. Away it comes from Kloppers to the collectively they breathe for a throw. George Cassidy takes the moment and he blocks it away for a throw in the half of Scotland, preparing to taking it. That is a privilege. Mkundani Saidi cushions it back to Mkundani, way through to the center circle, combining with Alan Katsikwa. Alan Katsikwa switching dimension for 10 from Kamba, who's tinted, who's crossing the halfway line and pushing further as they are coming. Interplay combines at the far side with Fortune Munemo. Munemo combining again with Alan Katsikwa in the series on out of passes. As trying to establish their own lead. That is what they are doing. That is that's Scotland. Will the Lions roar? That is what they are trying to discover. Highly flighted high of the chest control Msengesa Keita. Combining formerly with Manicaland Juniors of Excellency Soccer Academy. And now comes further. It is Scotland with almost a large number of passes since they have started kickoff. But well dealt with him by Muronga and Shimbo Pesela, who goes, of course, underneath with a challenge from 10 from Kamba, a possibility of an off-the-ball incident that might have transpired. Referee Anton Canceleman not so happy with it, going further to, of course, go and see what really transpired and bring upon circumstances of justice. But fortunately, it goes on the further end to the attention to say that for the moment, like a first-time offender, let's just ignore what happened, but take it into the consideration on the next second account if it comes again. Langton Chafinda combines with Innocent Chaplino. Chaplino sends it high. Way further backpedaling to this other end is privilege Mkundani. Formerly with Simbapura as well as Black members before joining Scotland. As it comes along and taking a moment, of course, on his right, the goalkeeper Pegin Pilongube, sending it way higher. Head out, goes down to Chaplino. Disciplinary matters in terms of the defensive shape of Agama are taken away by Alan Katsikwa. A 10 for with a touch. I'm saying it's out through Pola. Here comes a chance. Way across. Arriving. A chance. Blasted into the bottom of Peto. A Peso Munsimbo, who of course strolled down for the blocker. As we are waiting for the throw, Saidi comes along, bringing it further as they are combining. That is Scotland at the far side. Quickly taken by Alex Zimono, born on the 4th of August 1998. Formerly with Harare City as well as Trojan. Drifts it high, finding Malvin Nyaunga. Well dealt with it, cushioning it for the goalkeeper to restart. Away through for privilege Mkundani. Under pressure, he finally brings Saidi into his path as he ventures forward for Leroy Mafunga. Mafunga takes it further, combining and crossing the halfway line. Still takes on his marker. Tightly monitored into space for 10 for 10 for what a lovely transitional ball cross comes. Goal! A cleared off the line. A cleared off the line. Scotland with a moment to readjust another cross. Headed away for this other end by Chianga Tatenda. A goal line clearance that was vital and crucial. And now coming Kate Msengesa right up after the challenge. A referee says that was unfairly challenged. Yes, we are waiting for this one to come along. Let's wait and see how Scotland will take this one. Waiting to dispatch that is the man that was born on the 21st of December 1992. Formerly with Dynamo Singesi as well as some of the top flight sites. And of course the top goal scorer for Scotland with 5 goals. That is 10 from Kamba. Standing over this one. Goalkeeper of course waits and trying to adjust according to what is imminent in terms of the third post situation at the edge of the penalty box. 10 steps forward, delivery comes, a swinging patent, swinging as it was, curling and bending away from the top of the frame. That is the scenario of the ball as it grants a goal kick to Agama. Right, you might be joining us for the first time. So far we have played, that is 14 minutes in the opening half. Still goalless in terms of the Northern Region Division 1 Soccer League, proudly broadcasting. That is Scotland who are welcoming Agama. Brought down under control by Tatenda Chianga. Away through to Christopher Petros. Christopher Petros higher. A long loose ball collected by the goalkeeper. That is begging belong to them. Of course, ventures forward. We place the sweepers, Roland Ettinger, a long ball way forward, looking for the width that has been provided by Leroy Mafunga. Off the head, as it is claimed by Langton Chafinda. Taken by the skipper of the day, that is away forward towards Carlson Chkwira, the defensive partner. To this other end is Mukundani. Combining now Keith Msengesa, 10 from Kamba, with a twist into space. Mukundani goes forward with his less privileged lefty footer, twisting inside for 10 who provides support. Letting it off with a tummy that aims appreciation. Now as it comes, combining, of course, blasted into the wall, into the body of that is Ralph Nyampurika. Ralph Nyampurika allowing the ball to roll out for a throw. But as it goes further to Grant, that is a throw again for Scotland. And of course, notable absentees. I can tell you that is, of course, Ronald Fumbitsai. I don't know the reason behind who operates as the left back, as well as Makai Piri. But honest, we come for another moment. The referee awards a third ball situation in terms of Scotland. A second third ball situation imminent. Can they do something here? That is Scotland in their all white colors. Can they bring on something here? Turning the blue colors like I alluded, that is Agama. Let's wait and see how are they going to bring it on. 10 from Kamba Keina. Of course, a turn for the initial set piece to come on the second account. Now he brings it higher, but the referee says, of course, at the bullet gone out of play. And now pushing forward in their numbers. Wilson Brown could have born on the 14th of October 94, takes the throw white to Innocent Chapino. Upon on the 1st of December on his right, brings it backward across to Pesom Ramban Chimbo. Back to that is Innocent Chapino building up. Formerly with the Trochen, the way those individuals that played for Trochen in their best moment in 2022 during the Axis Solution tournament, where they ended in the semi-finals, losing to Golden Eagles by 1 goal to 0. If you talk about that one, Tilifari comes cross-field, chested out, but away through arriving, that is Christopher Petros. Can they do something at this moment? Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it on. Thrown further cushioned towards at that other end as it comes way across. Combining now. It takes the moment. Alex Zimon with a twist. Coming Alan Katz equalizes it on for Leroy Mafunga at the far side. Cross comes. And headed away, brought down by Amaufin Nyaunga, Tolo, combining with Phineas Mtete, back to Tolo. Tolo comes now, to this other end is Ralph Nyampurika, the club's top goal scorer going forward now, with the setting through now into space for Tatenda Chianga, but that was way too much for him, as it goes way wide and out for a goal kick for Scotland. Scotland, of course, take the long ball away through looking for Tenfa, who's providing with headed away for the throw again. Of course, pushing further for the throw, taken further now. Comes Kitim Sengesa. Kitim Sengesa takes a run infield, turning away. Tenfa is now available. Brings on the cross, but backpedaling his Klopas on for the head, but it goes way across. Recovered by Tenfa with the twist and turnings. A bit of some step off. Kate return to Tenfa. Tenfa, of course, long ball looking for Fortune Mnemo at the far side. Fortune Mnemo brings the cross, headed downward by that is Agama, slowly building up in their own half, but way close to the edge of the penalty box of their own half. Mumtete combining. George Cassidy coming. They are playing with these other brothers. That is George Cassidy. Since the bulk of the players from Scotland, they are based in Mafoko. Now as it comes to Carlson Chirwa, formerly with Molaf, that is the side based in the Division 2A Harare province. Now as it comes, still going further with interplay. Leroy Mafunga takes on his marker. Get past his marker, but that was way too much. As we rebuild for this one, allowing for the goal kick to come along. That is for Agama. And the goalkeeper not so happy with the organizational ability. That is transpiring. If you talk about that is for Agama. But still nothing to hound them at the moment. That is what we can confirm. I can tell you 19 minutes we have played so far in the opening half. But nothing to separate the two sides. Remember the first time they met, it ended goalless. This is the battle of the new piece. The newcomers. us in the Northern Region Division 1 Soccer League. Way through and the vastly improved sides. A 10 far, I think, but the goalkeeper takes it as it took an awkward bounce and claimed it. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it up. Numbers slowly opening up, trying to provide with as well as, of course, spaces and gaps. Higher it is mistimed. Amutete, well dealt with him by Carlson Chirwa. There comes Emmanuel Saidi, formerly with the Yata. Back to privilege Mkundani. Mkundani way through to his goalkeeper. Lincoln Shasia Isa Falepo. But goalkeeper in hesitation finally sends it higher. Way through as it goes higher. Don't forget that we are broadcasting this one for Classics 263, broadcasting for Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation. That is where you are locked on. You might be listening as far as Chipinge, or you might be listening as far as Mount Darwin. You might be listening as far as Savi or Savi River, where you are coming from a swimming pool end, especially from the mighty river. You might be coming from a Conare show where you are witnessing the beauty of Zimbabwe, a beautiful scenery. If you talk about the wildlife, right as we connect with Alan Katikwa, combining with Denver. Denver still goes further now as it comes to Ralph, way through to this other end, going for the same Paul Riloy Mafunga takes over, a chance into space, Klopas Dube from the edge of the box, twisting inside, but unfortunately a heavy first touch that doesn't profit Scotland. The build-up was okay, and especially if you talk about the incisive ball that was played in between the centre halves. But unfortunately, the final killer ball that was lacking for that final end product. I can tell you that was interesting if you could talk about it. Right as we are coming with Christopher Petros, way through as it comes to Wilson Brown, the number one choice goalkeeper. Peso comes with it. Peso sends the driveway further. Well dealt with by Munemo. Header comes down at the arc of the centre circle. On for the chest, that is Ralph Nyampurika. And no through road says Lincoln Patra Shasia. Taken further, but still goes on his straight. Ralph now. Tasso continues. Collected by Munemo. Away through to Denver Mkamba. Mkamba takes on his markers. Fighting Cleopas. But unfortunately, he's a poor first touch. Shirilov whistles that they anticipate something better. Now as it comes to Alex Simono, now known as Gaza. But when he was at Harare City, he was formerly known as Pindura. Away through across as it comes, George Cassidy. No problem for the goalkeeper who goes on for the chase. Yes, Paul goes out for the goal kicker. Yes, so far, if you talk about in terms of opportunities, minimal box entries that we are witnessing at the moment. But if you bring it upon Scotland, at the moment they are now they were sucking pressure for the last 2 minutes. Here comes Lincoln Patra Shasia. This is Shasia back to his goalkeeper in that scenario in sequence of building up. Like a building that comes along from the foundation to the window level up until the roof. So far they are finding themselves at the foundation segment. That is at the build-up phase. Crossing it to the roof state where we talk about the final third. Now as it combines to this other end, that is that end Chianga. Chianga further way through now. Combining Emmanuel Saidi under pressure. It goes further. The referee says there was a manhandling issue. Even if we're going to take the jersey off Alex Simono to the forensic sector for the fingerprints, they were going to come out positive in the indications that he was being manhandled. So now the referee awarded a foul at the far side, just at the edge of the box, but within the half of Scotland. That is what we can say. Attacking the Mbare end, that is Agama. With a glorious opportunity, the first dead ball situation granted to Agama. Will Agama do something with this one? I know you might be listening to Classics 263, broadcasting for Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation, floating it higher, begging Pilo collects. Pegging Pilon Nube collector, rolling it from Kate Msengesa, turning away, finding Denver. Denver, of course, now revitalized and still continuing, of course, with his rich venom former, finding a privilege in Kundani as he was pressed higher. Way across with a crossfield bowler, of course, suspending in air. Munemo collects it at that other end at the far side. Lincoln Shasia slowly building up as it comes along. Can they do something here? Let's wait and see. Alan Katikwa, born on the 24th of July 1986. One of the players who was, of course, purchased by FC Platinum when they enter promotion in 2011. And of course, amongst the most expensive player of at that time, in as much as I'm talking here, I'm also seated, I'm also broadcasting a few meters closer to the most expensive player in the top flight. I know you know who that is, Kama Piliat. But now as we are coming across with Lincoln Sasia, Carlson Chirwa with it now on his right. Upon on the 29th of April, the year 2002, Carlson Chirwa in hesitation and of course taking a couple of second thoughts at the goalkeeper way off his yard that is Pegin Pilongube. Numbers slowly shifting as the ball travels and now goes to this other end provided towards that is at the men they call him Kandani. Finding it difficult to aim the avenue that is seeking Kundani. Mkundani takes the thrower. Mafunga with it now. Turning away. Recovered by Mkundani. Finding Kate Msengeza under pressure. A clearance goes higher. Carlson Chirwa, the goalkeeper, is there to provide. That is what we term as the sweeper's role. Goalkeeper sweeper's roller. And of course, he's always found way away from his territory. The Scotland goalkeeper. A high ball above. Head away, cushioned towards the goalkeeper of Agama. That is an end-to-end stuff. Can they do something at the moment? That is what we are waiting to find out. In as much as they know that the fixture that favored Black Rhinos yesterday in a military derby that was played at Hart Stadium. Right as we are coming way through now, cushioned at the arc of the center circle, Langton Chafinja, still Alex Simono. A collection comes to this other end is Leroy Mafunga turning away from his marker. Yes, Leroy Mafunga no through rota. Finally comes as the tussle continues. A referee says nothing to talk about. Alan Katikwa takes it on a transition. Recovered by Phineas Mtete as it comes to George City. Now an aspect of concentration of numbers, but headed away into the center of circles. Still coming is Kate Msengesa, finding supported the near side into space for Cleopas Dube. Cleopas Dube now, he takes it further, cutting inside Leroy Mafunga, cross comes. Goalkeeper fisting it away, arriving is Saidi, and what a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. What a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. He went upon that is of course, he knuckled it away for a corner, or fisting it away for a corner. What a brilliant save by Wilson Brown from that is the Agama goalkeeper. Let's wait and see how they're going to take this one. Scotland, of course, still trying to find and establish their authority. Playing it short. Leroy Mafunga into commotion. Kate Msengeza for the second polar. Here comes a chance. Katikwa! Goal! Alan Katikwa with a goal. Alan Katikwa goal. Goal. Go! The Lions roar now. The Lions roar. At the Lions roar. The Lions roar. At the Lions roar. At the Lions roar. The Lions roar with Alan Katikwa. The Lions roar with Alan Katikwa. That is his second goal of the season. Wow, coming on with it now. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it up on. And now again confirm Scotland have found their way authority now. Let's wait and see how is it gonna be with 28 minutes from kickoff. Scotland finding the opener with Alan Katikwa, the veteran. Yes, of course, on the previous encounter, he came on off the bench and made sure that he scored another goal. So now it's 3 goals in terms of that is the goals that he has scored. Yes, of course, he has scored 3 goals. I beg your pardon. In terms of calculations, it's now 3 goals he has scored since he arrived during the mid-season break. Now as it comes along, away through now, Agama's trying to fight back. And of course, away through mistimed as the ball goes out to Grant. Still in play. As it took a stationary moment, there comes a moment for a cross. Delivery comes. Adjustment by the keeper. Oh, what a chance! The goalkeeper was deceived by the floating bowler as it swerved. And then he adjusted for it. Then by coming on a blank circumstance, as the goalkeeper was down, he failed to direct it above. That is the goalkeeper who was lying down for Scotland. That was an opportunity to get an imminent equalizer within less than a minute. But unfortunately, Agama could not do so. As we are coming further high, now comes the clearance away. Don't forget that you are listening to Classics 263, broadcasting for Zimbabwe Corporation. That is what we can tell you now. Northern Region Division 1 Soccer League, proudly bankrolled by Elemotionas. That is the league that we are bringing on. Lincoln Tracia comes on it after it has been thrown further to him. Way through to the goalkeeper as he successfully built that. He sends the long clearance higher for 10 for Tuchesa, headed by Pezo. Alex Simon way through now. Interconnection with Akasiti. Akasiti with Chianga. Taken further by Saidi, who quickly recovers it. Against that twist away as it comes from Kundani. Combinations come. The creation of the third man combinations building up for Akama. A referee tucks down away from the bowler. A Peso turns away from his marker. Under pressure, that is Scotland pinned in their own half. A delivery comes headed away forward as it is headed further. Joins for the header again, Alan Katikwa, driven high. Now as it comes, here comes Leroy Mafunga for the chase. Can he bring on the cross? Oh, there was a vital touch for a corner from Christopher Petros. There was a vital touch for a corner from Christopher Petros. Let's wait and see how they're going to build up with this one. Right, you might be joining on for this one. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how will the corner come. Can they bring on something here as we are waiting for this one to come along? Time slowly ticks away. Wait delivery comes. Brought on further, but failing to bring it upon properly. That is the corner by 10 for Mukamba. As we are waiting for this one to come along. Let's wait and see how are they going to deal with this one. Privilege Mkundani waits for this one to take it further now. Thrown further into that one of the chest controller. But Boko Santa to Grant. That is another throw. But this time around it is taken by Agama out into the contrary side. Bringing it further with this Tatenda Chianga. Joins on for the head of the back as it comes towards the goal scorer. That is, of course, Alan Katikwa. Opening up and providing with away forward. The cross comes. Headed for the second attempt. Collecting away further from Amaufina. As it comes to Carlson Chirwa, looking ahead and finally launches it high. But the ball goes out at the far side towards the northern end, the city end. That is where it is, where Scotland are attacking, thrown further into a play by Ralph Nyampurika, combining and of course coming further with the interplay for 10 far at off as it comes from Sengeza. There comes to this other end. Privilege could not adjust to this the bowler as it went out. Let's wait and see how is it going to transpire now. Yes, you might be joining us for the first time. Remember that as the season goes by, the million-dollar question is also standing on who's going to be the player of the season. I understand that the contention of that is who's going to be promoted is still yet to be ascertained with 9 games yet to conclude it. But for the outstanding players, I can confirm if you talk about Scotland, you bring on 10 from Kamba. Then as it comes, way through 10 with a clearance. But if you talk about Mosa, you bring upon Tafatswa Chocha. He has been one of those outstanding players as well. If you bring upon Harare City, I will have not done justice if I don't talk about Tinolin Masukuta. Those are the outstanding players for those sides. But if you talk about that is at Black Rhinos, you will be talking about that is of course Kudakwashenya Kujanga. And now as it comes along, away through that is Akama. Mutsetse under pressure contesting for the possession. A referee awards the second foul in form of Agama. Let's wait and see how Akama take this one. Nearly for the same territory that was granted for Scotland. I beg your pardon, that was granted for Agama in the first set piece. Can they reclaim and cancel the lead that Scotland took over in the 37th, in the 28th minute? So far we have witnessed that is of course. So far we have witnessed that is of course. That is, of course, 34 minutes, 11 minutes before we conclude. What is we term as that is, of course, the opening half. Can they bring upon something as we are wait and see? How are they going to deal with this one? That is after the referee has had an assessment of the injured player, aligning and awaiting for the dead ball situation. That is Tatenda Chianga. And of course, standing over it, that is another individual, that is Malfi Nyaunga, popularly known as Dolo. Will he bring upon something magical here? Let's wait and see now. Takes a decoy run, but the drive was way too much. That went into the stand, allowing Scotland to restart with a goal kicker. With, of course, at this moment, we are left with 10 minutes before we conclude. That is the opening half, proudly joined by Carlos Munda. This is, of course, Carlos Munda with this. What's your assessment with the overall first half?
Look, with under 20 minutes that I've been here, Kalagat, I would say there's a lot to talk about in Division 1 football. I thought it was a walk in the park. But alas, I mean, the better team of the day should win this one.
Yes, indeed, the better team of the day should win this one. From the far end, the cross came, I beg your pardon, the throw came. But at the end of those circumstances, the goalkeeper felt the knocker coming at the far side, bringing on his right. Yes, it comes along. Let's wait and see how they're going to deal with this one. On his right, turning away and, of course, trying to find the avenue to break the lines of the defense of Scotland, switching their attention and as well as avenues. In road, that is what they are seeking. That is Agama. A Peso with a touch. And there comes Chuisa. Innocent way across, he brings it higher. Way to this other end. A side footing other way, but not so quite. Brought down by Tenfa. Keith finds Leroy Mafunga. Excellent coordination in chemistry from Scotland. That is what they are enjoying at the moment. Taking his own marker at the far side. Across comes. But the blunt side rifle from Munemo for the adjustment. Eventually the goalkeeper collects that one. And of course, after 10 faces, that is what we are witnessing. Finding it difficult to defend the trajectory balls, especially with half 10 faces. That is what is happening in terms of Agama.
Yeah, I think it's the turf. And if you look at Agama, they're not comfortable in Galagata on the surface. And with Scotland, it's just burying the ball in the net. They know what they play. This is their home ground. They know what it means for them. And winning this one is easy for them.
Yes, indeed, Scotland, they are taking this one as their own home ground and making sure that it becomes the fortress. That they, of course, got advantage from it. Although they somehow, in the first season, they lost, beg your pardon, in the first half of the season, they lost it to Palma when they were using Hart Stadium as their own home ground, as well as Karoi. That is the last time they lost, especially if you talk about in the first round. Bringing terms and conditions. Now we are coming with play as they are coming further way through now. Finding Carlson Chirwa at the far end of the far side. On his right, taking his markers for pass. Delivery comes. A goalkeeper way through, and of course with a couple of bounce. Yes, he collects it. That is Wilson Brown, the busier goalkeeper of the day. He sends the throw to Innocent Chip winner, popularly known as brings it further way through now to Peso. Peso Murambang Jimbo. Nearly losing possession, but quickly adjust. Langton Chavinga opening up, who was formerly with Simba Pora when they were trying to end their promotion. Eventually getting it right at the end of 2022 season. That is Simba Pora. But another project that was also with Chekutu Pirates at Scotland during the first half of the season. Klopas Dubem. He was also in South Africa, but when he came, he wanted to join Highlanders. But failing to join Highlanders, he later found himself at Chekutu Pirates. As we are coming way through now, stepping away from his marker, pushing way further now. Interplay connects. George Cassidy's touch as it combines with the far side. Now comes Ralph Nyampurika, taken by Lincoln Tracia partner, who knows how to adjust himself. a slides out in to but the bullet belatedly gone out of play to Grant. That is the throw for Agama. Brought on feather for Alex Simono. Alex Simono takes the touch to George Cassidy. George Cassidy born on the 31st of May the year 2000. He was popularly known as Gaza when he was turning out for Mapuku United, but they now call him Kule. Away through as it finds Phineas Mtete. Mtete with a twist away from his marker, rotating himself away. Still goes further with interplay as it goes further now. As we are going through now, can they do something? Is opening up Chapuino, Innocent is way through opening up. This is a chance for a cross lighting in, but quickly adjusted. That is Lincoln Tracia Patron, who made himself huge with a sliding tackle. But unfortunately, after that huge body, he quickly had to adjust with the other leg. Now comes a chance for Agama. Brilliant save by the keeper. There was an accident that usually happens at Samora Machel. If you talk about a head-on, that was a goalkeeper against the oncoming attacker of Agama at the head-on collision, but the goalkeeper had he came out. Of course, he was not injured at that moment of the collision. So fortunately, he's up on his feet. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it on after the drop ball had been launched by the referee. Still going further. You are listening to Classic 263, broadcasting for Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation. Away through as it comes now. Away through as they build up, bringing it further towards the goalkeeper. Taking a moment now. That is away across for Christopher Petros. Christopher Petros, then from Kamba, seemingly things are not okay with him. With the indications of the non-verbal communication that he's hurt enough. It seems as if he had an outstanding injury that was pending. I don't know who's going to come on, but I can foresee that is King Natolo is another prospect to come and join on for him.
Yeah, what I can say is look at Denver. He's down on the ground calling for substitution. It means a lot. They've come to this game here under some serious injury. So I think that's why he's saying I need to retire and miss my injury. But I want to talk about that collision there in Kalakata. I think the ref should have stood ground, given a yellow card to at least the player, but the goalkeeper had the ball in his hands, and he ended up impeding on the goalkeeper, which is very unfair. So I think the ref should stood firm and actually caution the player. But news just coming through from Norton is that Moors are trailing by a goal to nil against Chinoy Stars after 38 minutes of play.
Wow, big news and a big surprise that is coming from Norton. That Moors are trailing by 1-0 against that is of course Chinoy Stars. That is the news that are coming from Norton. I don't know if they are going to fight back and forth something here, or else it will be a moment for advantage to cut the points adrift. If it is going to either end in a draw or whatever, and still keep the rest within that is the touching distance. I'm still awaiting Denver Mkamba stretch to offer with the paramedicals. At the moment as we await the substitution, they are going to play a manless, that is Scotland. I can confirm that at the moment here we have played, that is of course 42 minutes here. And now coming, of course, trying to utilize the numerical advantage. Across comes Amonemo at this other end, chasing it. Guides it for a goal kick. As Agama was propping. Let's wait and see how they're going to witness this one. A change is imminent. Let's wait and see how is it going to be.
Yeah,
is it going to be as we are waiting for this one? Let's wait and see. A change is coming.
The change is coming through, I think.
Right, we are going to witness a change. That is King Natolo. Yes, after the injury-inspired substitution. That is Denver Mkamba, of course, calling it a day as it was straight to offer. A man that was born on 4 December 1995. He comes on for Denver Mkamba. Right, those setbacks that the coaches will never laugh are going out of plan.
Good times are rolling in the Division 1 football, I would say.
Yes, indeed, good times are rolling on. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it on. King Natolo, can he establish here his throne as a king? Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it further now as they await for this one to come along with only a few minutes before we connect to the end of the first half. Wait for what is it is sent high. Right, news from Notona. Notona again confirm a chance now. First opportunity that came for King Natolo, nearly getting an opportunity to for a cracker. Brought down under control as it comes along. Away through as it comes into space at this other end side. It takes off at Munemo with a touch into space for that is a lovely little flicker. But lacking the complementary forward movement. Turning away further as they are combining. Pressing them high. Can they do something sidestepping Christopher's clearance? I can notice that Scotland have their fullbacks have swapped ends. If you look at that is Fortunate Mnema as well as Privilege Mkundani, they've swapped ends and trying to bring Fortunate to the other opposite flanger, and the other opposite flanger probably because of his less privileged footer. Did you notice that one, Carlos?
Yeah, of course. I want to say there's no creativity when Denver went out, and that interchange to them, they want to create the ball in the middle of the park, because that's the only way they can get the second goal.
Yes, indeed. Let's wait and see how are they going to bring it on. Unfortunately, Mnemo now operating at the flanger, a lefty flanger. A clearance came out, but granting that is the throw. Let's wait and see how are they going to bring it further now. Right as we are waiting for the delivery to come. Atatenda Chianga brings on the throw now. Away into the penalty box of Scotland. Back here as it comes to Lincoln Patrasasia. Opting to surrender it for a corner. That is what Scotland does. The first corner kick, the second corner kick, I beg your pardon, for that is Agama. That is the second corner kick for Agama. Plays it short, Nyampurika, an opportunity. Headed away by Patra, but still danger not so quite. He defends it off with his thighs. What an orthodoxic defending I've ever witnessed. What an unorthodoxic defending. With his thighs, he managed to guide it for a corner.
You need to try everything by anything and to just get the ball out of the danger zone, because that was very dangerous. It ended up being an own goal there. I think good work from the defender there.
That was Klopas, who went on to 8 numbers as they know that they're almost heading to half-time. A Peso with a touch, combining with a Wayfeather with Langton, who lengthened himself but could not create hold of it when he tried to hook it within his own preferable distance. As we are waiting for this one to come along. At this point in time, of course, we have played, that is 45 minutes up, and the goalkeeper for Scotland sensing that it is a groin injury territory.
Yeah, when he went for that dive after that corner, that mysterious save from the defender, I thought he went airborne. I think he landed awkwardly. So in the end, I thought he injured himself. But of course, it's another way of also delaying tactic, pressures. Agama is putting pressure on them. They need to lift this pressure at least. It's another way of just cooling the game down. It's just under 2 minutes to play.
Right, you can take it in the perception of game management. That is what my fellow analyst well articulated it, saying that this is a concept of game management. But let's wait and see how they're going to bring it on. Right, we are now playing into the referee's optional time. You might be listening from any part of the country of Zimbabwe. You might be finding yourself in the grazing lands on top of a tree. As long as we are audible enough to your attention. This is Classics 263, broadcasting for Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation. That is what we are bringing on. Our play has been temporarily halted as we are certain who's going to be attended, but particularly the goalkeeper. And of course, I can tell you that the reserve goalkeeper for the day, who played bulk of the fixtures of Scotland, only missing 2 fixtures. That is, of course, Panache Supunyabunga. But for the first time during the second half of the season, especially after this one, after the contest they played with Karoi, he finally caught himself getting this second note, playing as the second note as the bench warmer for the first time in the second round. This one will be the 3rd fixture for him. I don't know, Coach Kenesis Mangome, what did he notice from their away trip that he rested his regular goalkeeper?
Yeah, look, you need to try everything. These games are coming to the penultimate stage. They need to understand what can happen, because in the end, he might injure thoroughly and it might cause problems. They might need him. So you need to try him. It's not a deep end. He needs to try his luck so that he gets the momentum of the game, so that he gets the feel of the game. You don't just stay on the bench. You need to get or to play the game as well, because anything can happen. These are dangerous times we're living.
Yes, indeed, my fellow bandit who's bringing it on to your own attention. That is Carlos Munda. Right as we are bringing it further with play, we are now in the referee's optional time. 1-0 to the good. That is Scotland. Header comes into the path of Anatolo, recovered, but miskick comes. Collected by Kate Msengeza. Afale put to this other end is Fortune Mnemo. Mnemo injecting it into pace. Finding Leroy Mafunga available. Twisting away from his marker. Mnemo with an opportunity to drive with a cross higher. Header goes further in a hanging polar. Katikwa with a twister. He wanted to shift off his marker, but it could not go as intended. Interplay connects now. Along Tonchifinda. Away by Innocent. And the referee says it marks the end of the first half. What's your take with the end of the first half?
Yeah, good times for them, given the opportunity that we have a battle of supremacy in
Right.
West where Moors are trailing by a goal to nil.
Right.
But, a good first half we have on our cards, and a good northern region that is a lot of speculation, a lot of jubilation, a lot of action. But what we have here at Trufaro Stadium is another story tell, because what has just transpired at Ngoni Stadium.
I'm going to 8 past 9 past 54. Hello. Yeah, I'm okay. Good afternoon. So far as things stand, in terms of Scotland, in terms of their own arsenal, it seems as if it never rains, but it pours. It is imminent that the goalkeeper of Scotland is about to be replaced, as he's also going to be another injured-inspired substitution. If you talk about Begimpilo Ngube, a goalkeeper that was born on 8 June 1992, it seems as if things are not going very well for him. With only 2 minutes that we have played in the second stanza, at the moment it seems as if his future in this contest might be coming to an end, with the indications that another change is going to be happening at the moment. But as well as Agama, they are taking a 10 to introduce substitutions, Carlos.
Yeah, look, I'm very much impressed with Agama.
Right, Agama, of course, take this moment to introduce substitutions. That is privilege, Mandu. They used to call him Maplanyo when he turned out for Trojan upon on the 7th of March 1998, as well as Faston's Viri is another one to come on. But Scotland goalkeeper, it is also calling it a day. It is coming to a moment that he calls it enough. At the moment when he was starting on, and now Panashe Nyabunga is going to be coming on to conclude this fixture. That is Supo. That's Panashe Nyabunga. Let's wait and see how are they going to deal with this one. That is both teams. If you talk about Agama introducing a privilege as well as Faston Viri, they are coming on. Will they be on a change and force an equalizer and of course bring a surprise? Let's wait and see.
It's an advantage for them because they know, and the rumors are still circulating that the scoreline still remains 1-0 at Bonny Stadium where Moors are playing Chennai Stars. So
yes, it's still 1-0. That is in Norton is still 1-0. Moors are trailing by 1 goal to 0.
I saying it's a dog. This is the decision we have here at Rufaro and at Bonny Stadium. We're keeping our ears on the ground of it to make sure that we give the listeners what they want to hear. But the Legend Division 1 League has been one league that people should come and watch because the excitement, the joy, the jubilation of it. You can't be celebrating. I've seen people in the stand celebrating a lead for the away team that's playing the title contender, that's the most. It's a lot of, look at the jubilation that the Scotland fans have.
Yes, indeed, there is a sense of euphoria in the stands of that is the bulk of supporters emanating from Mapuku, as well as some of the passionate supporters of the world most beautiful game that have joined to Becca, that is Scotland. Panashe Nyabunga, a goalkeeper who had been rested but finally coming on as a substitute. This is the first time in this season that he comes on as a substitute. If you talk about Supo, ex-Yata goalkeeper, that is Panashe Nyabunga Supo, that comes on. Right, let's wait and see if he's going to make sure that he brings it into account and make it count. As we are waiting for this one in attendance, that is former Ghana's Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Cuthbert Shitima, is also in attendance watching that is the game between Scotland as well as Agama. Back into play after that a slight termination of play, especially the goalkeeper called it quit for the day. Right, as it comes with Innocent, headed way across for Alan Katsekwa, extending it further, away through by Christopher Petros. First involvement by Panashe Supu Nyabunga. Will he make sure that he sees a pass from his own porter, which he does, finding Fortunate Mnemo. Fortunate Mnemo born on the 21st of May, the year 2005. I beg your pardon, the year 2003. As we are coming further with it now, can they bring upon something at this other end? Thrown to Saidi. Saidi gets the touch, combining with Msengeza, recovered by Ralph. Away forward, the clearance as it comes, bringing it further under pressure. The referee says there was unfair challenge to the recently introduced, that is Feston Firi. Let's wait and see, bringing it away across to this other end is Innocent Chebuino. He comes along, a break to Innocent as it combines, away through, blasted into the port of Klopas to the King Natolo brings it under control, turning away from his marker, quickly retrieved. He also does what he's been done from him, taken further by Langton Chafinda onto the stride of the side. That is, of course, Ralph Nyampurika. Ralph Nyampurika way across, lengthens himself to stop that one. That is King Natolo. Interplay combines with the combination passes as they push forward. That's Scotland going further way through now. Can they do something? A privileged man to Maplano, taking it to George Kasiti, away through right above the challenge of that is Malfina Nyaunga. As it goes further to the other privileged Gundani, it goes further to the far side, combining with Alan Katsikwa at the center circle for Katsi, for Lincoln Shasia, who turns away from his markers. Indications where he wants it into space. Nemo twisting inside, of course under pressure, way back to the longest distance to the goalkeeper. As it comes further, opening up a viable, that is the center half, Carlson Chirwa. That is the man that deputizes in terms of leadership, deposits Zwasia. And now as it comes, we are close to Akahatsikwa to Asaidi born on the 21st of January 2004. Coming further to Lincoln Zwasia. Asaidi ex-Yata player, dictating terms in midfield. But there was a blind pass. There was a pass that could not locate destination. Although the movement was complementary, but unfortunately at the pocket of space, there was something that failed to correspond to it. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it up on as we are waiting for the throw to come. Innocent is throw at this other end at the near side, but the left channel of the attack of Agama. George Cassit with his former brothers, he takes it away. Combining at the far side with a privilege Momentu. That is, of course, an individual that was called Planyo when he was turning out for Trojan. A bulk of the individuals that are turning out for that is this Mantarwin site. They used to turn out for Trojan, and they were part of the crew that went into the book of history, book of records of Northern Region Division 1 when they reached the semi-finals in 2022 for the Axis Solution. Away through as it comes now. Interplay, blasting it higher as it goes way further under pressure. King Natolo chested out for Kate Msengesa. What a no-look pass at the near side. Numbers in the penalty box anticipating a cross. It headed away further as it comes. Turning away the far side on his right, injecting into pace. Malfinya starts into space for the Ofalepa, unloading it away from territory with a clearance that is brought away by Carlson Chirwa for the throw at the far side. Bringing it further, hitting it down as he stoops solo. Going further, Alan Katsikwa takes off. Aside his touch, finding Leroy Mafunga, who has been substitute for the second half. He goes further now into pace. He goes, the referee says the ball had crossed the touch line at the far side. That is what the referee said. Let's wait and see how is he going to bring it on. George Cassidy drops in depth, finding the touch. A ball over the top. Carlson Chirwa under pressure now. He stoops solo for the header for his goalkeeper. He goes further now. A high polar path as it comes to Fortune Mnema. Bringing it under pressure as it combines. Can they do something away further as it comes? Interplay connects. Right as we goes further. Let's wait and see. Amunemo is having a good day in officer from the right channel of that is Scotland. He enjoys those overlapping as well as the underlapping runs whenever he ventures forward in attack, especially whenever he senses that there is space between between and beyond the back line of that is Agama. Right as we are coming now, George Cassidy was now of course playing a makeshift, always found dropping in the depth of midfield. Malvin Nyaunga starts. Alexis Simono now with the interplay to this other end with Feston Ferry. This is Feston Ferry now with an opportunity, but Alan Katsikwa put his frame to distract his ongoing attack as it comes further to Lincoln Sasia. Still combining his player coming to this other end at the near side. Brought further cushioning on his right. Back to the goalkeeper, that is Supu Nyabunga. The goalkeeper who went on to be introduced. Way forward as it comes at the far side into the space for Leroy Nyafunga. Nyafunga, a twist inside. A delivery comes. But a sense of confusion, but granting the corner. There was a sense of confusion that the defenders could not locate the ball like an individual that have been attacked by demons.
Yeah, I think they should have just continued. That's the momentum if they were going to go. They would have gotten the second goal, that's Scotland. But I think the strikers stopped in transition. So supposed to continue the same momentum. That was good to go by now.
Yes, indeed. They should have done something in swinging corner. Sosia was almost pounding. Right, one secret that I can tell you, that is, listeners, each game that Lincoln Sosia has scored for Scotland, they have never won. But I thought that if he had scored today, the might was going to be cancelled today. Each game that Zwasia has scored, Scotland has never won that game. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it further as it comes along to this other end with the goalkeeper Wilson Brown fighting and combining with Peso with this one header of the chest control as it comes Saidi to Msengesi Keita upon on the 8th of September. Under pressure, King Natolo ends the throne. A foul, I beg beg your pardon. Let's wait and see what they're going to bring it up on. As they are waiting for the foul to come. Numbers is slowly building up, but holding a high line, especially the set pieces as it is imminent. Can they bring upon something with Fortune Nemo? That is the Lions of Scotland. Can they roll with an insurance goal? That will ascertain themselves maximum points. Still awaiting as we know now. Delivery comes. Header comes into commotion. The referee says there was a clash of heads in the penalty box of Agama, and the referee had to come on top of things as the circumstances were beyond and failing as on a side of justice. As the man that is lying down, bringing upon it, that is Bezo Muramba Nsimbo. That's the individual who was the victim of that head-on collision. Remember what we always know in a biological aspect, the most sensitive human part of the body, that is the head, that comprises of the hypothalamus, the cerebellum, that also comprises of any kind of involuntary reactions that happens within the body, that controls temperature, breathing, and any kind of stuff. That's why the referees also do the same. Whenever the player goes down, they imminently go further and stops play, especially when it goes to the sensitive part of the body. Let's wait and see how is he going to take part after that one. But some physiotherapy indications are also going on, Carlos.
Yeah, I thought that was a bad dive. It's an injury scary, but at times, see the pressure that Scotland is bringing to Agama now might also bring their second goal. Bearing in mind that they've got everything to play for, they know the result that is transpired, that's really currently underway at Ngoni Stadium. It means a positive for them. They're still in the race.
Yes, if it ends like this, they might cut the points different from 6-3. That will they will be hoping on, as well as, of course, still await to see if they want fluff. But I don't know if they are going to keep themselves within the touching distance. That is what they hope for. Right, you never know that it might end up going to be a race that runs to the wire and be decided on the last day of account, like what transpired in 2023 when Chekutu Pirates, George Kaziti calls it a day. George Kaziti calls it a day. In comes is Keith Williams, born on the 17th of January 2001, formerly with Portal Stars. George Kaziti from Apuku, he comes over, he has been withdrawn. That is born on the 31st of 2000.
The intensity, I'm looking at the back line of Scotland now. They're applying a 5 at the back, and they want to get the 3 points that they've got the cushion of them.
Yes, indeed. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it on. As we are waiting for this one after the change has been introduced. Still trying to make things work out. That is Agama. Will they do something and trying to make sure they get a point against their fellow new piece? If you talk about in the Northern Region Division 1 Soccer League, Header comes competing for the high polar. It still goes on to the route that Jesus took before he left the world. That is the high polar, bringing it further, connecting with it. High further as it goes further with it, combining at the far side. Keith Williams' first involvement into space for Ralph across comes to this other end, chasing it. That is fortunate Memo escaping the challenge. Msengeza combining now as it manages to recover it, finding Katsikwa. Katsikwa sidestepping, way through as it combines with Carlson Chirwa in their all white colors that are joined by Scotland, headed downward as it combines now. Can they bring upon something with the twist? Jasia comes, brought further, turning away. King Nacholoko is way through now. A chance! King Natolo pushed aside after he injected himself into case. I thought he was rather greedy. We say that sometimes generosity was not meant for those in Christianity as well as those in the Bible. Even in some of the circumstances in football where you are less privileged, you ought to give.
I will laugh my head off on this one here. Kalakata saying generosity. He was just supposed to pass the ball. I mean, he did everything right, not good. He beat his marker, he beat everyone. What he was supposed to do was just square the ball. Generosity was lacking there. Generosity in the end, I thought as a striker, he did everything correct in the book. But what he lacked was the last part of passing the ball.
Yes, in some circumstances we say grit is a feature, but that cognizance, you should have done better by providing it for somebody. Now as Saidi with it now, Asuponyapunga launches it higher for Privilege, who was available from the white areas, galloping from the side. At the far side cross, blocked by Langton Chifinta, combining now, that is with the wave over the top for Alex Zimono. Agasa, that's the individual who was tempted as Pindura when he was turning out for that is Harare City. But now they tame him Gaza after poker going up. Let's wait and see if they can do something and infuse an equalizer. That is what they are strongly hoping on. But as it stands with the news that are coming into the attention of every follower of the Northern Region Division 1, with what is transpiring in Norton, there are a lot of prospects that we might still say it's not off until it's off. Of the chest control as it comes to Mnemo. Mnemo at this other end. Combining with Katsikwa. Katsikwa tense now. Under pressure, he goes further Msengeza. The referee says there was unfair challenge from behind. Let's wait and see what they're going to bring it on. And numbers are still waiting for this one to come and combine. Will they bring upon something? Played shorter by Scotland. A chance for a cross. And way through up from Sengesa, blasting it higher, a chance. Can he bring it a chance? But he wanted to go for placement. I thought that was an opportunity for power, as the numbers were slightly, of course, there was a cluster, and the goalkeeper will be unsighted. What you just only have to do at those circumstances is just killing it away from the goalkeeper. And now as it brings it further, a header comes for Carlson Chirwa breathing behind him. That is Alex Simono. He was in pursuit. Can they bring upon something here? Let's wait and see. Sidestepping away from his marker. Alan Katsikwa under pressure. Aiming, that is the throw at the far side. Right, I can confirm there is a change in Norton. I can confirm there is a change in Norton. One apiece, that is the scoreline. Chinoy Stars. Now it's one apiece with Chinoy Stars. That is the scenario we are witnessing from the other end. Right, it is of course a case of where whatever happens at this other end, there will be of course a transfer of information. That is what brings the excitement of the league. No wonder why they say the Northern Region Division 1 more than just a league. That is what they term it. Now as it comes to Saidi, nearly relinquishing position but sidestepping very fast to bring it further at the far side. As they are coming further with a twist away across now. Alan Katsikwa under pressure, tense away. He gets the touch to at this other end, pushing forward on his stride. Let's wait and see if they're going to deal away with this one. Comes way further. Lincoln Sasia on his stride. Another challenge to grant, that is a foul. Referee Anton Kanselima Awata. That is a dead ball situation. Let's wait and see what they're going to bring it up on. Can they bring upon something here? That is going to be spectacular for Scotland and get the insurance collar. But I can tell you that with the way things stand after Scotland, they were forced to, of course, respond with two substitutions of an injury-inspired circumstance. They find it difficult to contain and adjust with this one. So it is going to be difficult, especially to have a hat-trick of substitution from that is injury-inspired issues. That one would be a big letter for course Genesis Mangome. But fortunately, with a whisker is up on his fist. Let's wait and see how is he going to take this one. Alan Katsikwa. And then the stumbling ball has been applied in form of a wall. Trying to test that is the goalkeeper. For here comes Alan Katsikwa's delivery. He was lacking. That is Lincoln Sasia Patra. Away through it comes the clearance. Mukundani's touch. Finding Mafunga. Way infield, he manages to evade the challenger. Connecting with Msengesi. Keita. Away through it to this other end. Combining with the Leroy Mafunga. A space available to this other end. Can they bring up on the cross comes? Side footing and adjusting to this one. Against the touch of the chest control into the part of Katsikwa. Scooping it higher. Shasia. What a miss as it went higher. I can tell you that was a glorious opportunity, Carlos.
Glorious opportunity for Scotland to just bury it home. So I see why going for precision. They were supposed to turn the keeper's off his line. They were supposed to chip the ball off the goalkeeper's line. It was fantastic.
Yes, the goalkeeper made himself huge and narrowed the angle, but that is, of course, in a precarious scenario. Let's wait and see what is going to transpire as we are waiting. What is going to happen? And way through as it comes in filter, getting the touch. Can they bring upon something here? That is what they are trying to deal with this one. Let's wait and see if they are going to bring upon terms and conditions. A referee temporarily stops players. We witness a change.
Yeah, another change.
Right, double substitution from Scotland after the double injury-inspired substitution. Right, I'm talking about Nyako Pechekop, upon on the 22nd of December 1988, he comes on, as well as McLean Nemakona, ex-Cranbourne Bullets individual. He comes on to the party upon on the 27th of December 1997. He's being introduced. Alan Katsikwa Konsitete. Let's wait and see if they are going to continue where Alan Katsikwa left off. That is what we are waiting to witness. Double substitution. But news from Norton is now one apiece. News from Norton is now one apiece.
Not the region Division 1, it's a difficult journey for everyone for you to be promoted to the Premier League. But I think because the news of just filtered in saying most of equalize, so Scotland needs the 3 points, and these are the half chances that they need to bury home and make sure the 3 points are certain.
Yes, indeed, that is what they ought to do. Right, as we are waiting for the throw to come with the name of Fortune. Bringing on the throw now. Well dealt with this other end to Grant. That is the throw. That is in the half of Agama. A thrown feather to Carlos Cleopas to be taken away through now. A connection comes. Keith Williams could not deal with it one. Isco. But as we are going further with the throw at the near side, bringing Thames as it comes. A Peso with a twist away from his marker. Innocent Chapuino takes it up, blasting it into the abdomen of King Natolo to aim the throw. Let's wait. Let's see how they're going to take it now. A thrown feather as it comes now. A combining way across. That is at that other end. Let's wait and see how they're going to deal with this one. A pushing feather, that is Agama. Driven into space. A combining with Ralph. A 10. Well dealt with that is Lincoln Chasia. Living dangerously and precarious for that one. Lacking a stinger for that one. That was a harmless bowler, but relinquishing position, especially whenever they are pressed high. That is, of course, we are talking about. Let's wait and see how they're going to deal with this one. That was Agama, who had pressed high with an opportunity to equalize. The numbers of Scotland were pushing higher, and a chance for Jacob Nakope. Goalkeeper way off his line and collects it. Under pressure, but he managed to come and collect it. Landed awkwardly, but seemingly okay. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it up on him. At times, slowly goes away way beyond. That is the intentions of Agama. If they need to recover from this one, they ought to fight. And now as it comes in filter, a touch comes to this other end. Innocent Chopwino, sidestepping away from his marker. Still with it. A chance for Klopas to be a poor first touch. Yes, there was a good receiving touch, but first touch to set him on for the runner. I thought that was an opportunity for him to blast it, but he thought of taking a few words. A shrill of whistles, that is, of course, from Scotland, probably signifying that they need a change on him. That is where, if you are a coach, whenever a branch of criticism comes for a player, sometimes you ought to protect him. Like as the species like a pangolin, I thought he should keep him like a pangolin for the essence of him not to lose confidence in coming fixtures.
Yeah, you need to just encourage the player. I mean, those kind of mistakes are there in football. He lost his control with nothing much, but the discouragement is something that's not right.
Right, now comes from the cross now. Well collected by the goalkeeper. Like Carlos alluded, that is some of the circumstances where you ought to stand within your own arsenal, because you still need them. You never know, you might have a bad day in office today, but the future is still with him. Those are some of the players that I remember. There are some players that rarely score, but whenever they score at crucial moments. Sometimes it happens in those circumstances that he might spend the rest of the season on the blaming side, but when he rises, everybody remembers this moment.
You are remembered for the good joker. You keep your joker on the right card. But I think being square, fair and square, I mean, look, you need to realize the importance of a player.
Right, the coach is deciding to keep him and protecting him like the pangolin. Let's wait and see as it comes. Away through as it blasted into the pot of Nemakona. As we are waiting at the far side, bringing another throw for that is a privilege. But still in hesitation, waiting to take it. Let's wait and see. That is Agama bringing on the throw now. As it comes, extended further. Away with the stooping head. Joins on for Alexis Simono. Away side footed, away far for that is Mafunga. Touched on but the ball had gone out of place as the far side assistant as it went away beyond the touchline. Can they do something until away with this one? Numbers are slowly trying to bring it further. Can they do something as we are almost heading all the way through to where we say that who's going to claim the maximum points? Cross comes Alexis Simono. Oh, there was a lack of correspondence. I thought the legs had to be some kind of trapped, as if they are trapped with a magnet, where they needed a forward movement and a reaction again. But unfortunately, that did not come along. A throw comes to Christopher Petros. Christopher Petros' drive, combining and turning away from his marker. Taken by Scotland. Nyakope with the touch. Interplay combines. McLean Nemakona. A privilege comes with the combination with Leroy Mafunga. Under pressure, he combines with Saidi. Saidi detecting temps. Sidestepping now. Looking for the opportunity to get the cross. Can they bring on the cross? Finally it comes. Hit it away. I like what pastors do whenever they are dealing with demons. Back to center. Let's wait and see how they're going to bring it. A long distance attempt. But that is the saying that goes from those that will be an item. If you talk about those in love, they will tell you that distance is not a barrier. But in this circumstance of the long range of a football attempt, that was a barrier. Let's wait and see how they're going to restart. That is Scotland. Scotland preparing to bring it out with Lincoln Sasia. He comes upon with this one. Back to Panashe Nyabunga. Along Pola Pafa. Bringing it further as it comes. Thrust away. King Natolo's touch with Leroy Mafunga. Upon on the 6th of December 1998. Combining with the Virgin Nemo. Way through for Sasia. Sasia Paul over the top. Looking for Klopas. Header comes. As it comes. A high Poland sent away forward of the territory. Bringing it under control. A sidestepping Saidi recovers it. Taken further by Saidi. Saidi's drive to this other end in his side. Numbers arriving in the middle. A deflection comes. A goalkeeper takes over that one. Easily there were two individuals in the middle of the box of Agama anticipating the cross, but the goalkeeper was equally to go and adjust for that flight. Let's wait and see how are they going to bring it upon themselves. Driven further as it goes way through now at the far side for the chase is Alex Simono. Across comes. That was an opportunity. Let's wait and see as it goes further. Interplay comes Cleopas to Bespekira with the combination touch, but it was straying away from the direction of the route. As it goes further, that is Jacob Nyakope in individual opening up and available with Saidi, sensing somebody from behind. Brings it to that is Patra, that is Lincoln Sasia. Sasia comes now, floating it higher for Jacob Nyakope Safa. A court of sight. A court of sight. Even a pilot in a jumbo jet would always witness that he was totally offside as he was flying above the sky. The pilot in a jumbo jet, I can tell you that something that was happening underneath there was an offside. Right as we are coming back into play, Nyabunga Supo towards Batra Lincoln Chasia, who comes on his strike. Let's wait and see how are they going to bring it further as we are going further with this one. Let's wait and see. Going with the interplay touches, comes on. Way through, intercepted by Michael Lima corner. As we are going further now, interplay comes now. Way for what we have witnessed. We have witnessed that is, of course, 75 minutes in this half. Still yet to witness the other 15 minutes. A drive comes to Mugundani. You are listening to Classics 263, broadcasting for Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation. That is what we are listening towards. Now as it comes with the Firi, taken away from Firi on his strike. Christopher Petros for Agama. Alantona with the turning. Still combines now. Interplay connects with this one. Nampas slowly try to build up. As they, of course, are slowly trying to engage. That is Scotland. One no longer coming for a high press, but Yakato. Eh? Yapera time go. Time yachi. Tatanga pana 8 past.
8 past.
Sagaya 30. Now I don't know Kabuya. I don't know Kabuzoka. Like it. Well, I'll tell you. Moz, go camera. Moz. How many minutes to go? Defense splitting first thing and active. Still are waiting for the referee to come and attend to the chat individual. But after that stoppage, we can confirm that they are trying within their means to come back. Let's wait and see how is it going to be. Scotland is still hanging on for this one. 9 minutes, of course, will be the will be there to determine. They have switched off them for later. Later, look for later 10 minutes. So I can ask you. Gap reaches at 4 points. Gap reaches at 4 points. Huh? Aiwa manje mulungu wacho anozvifarira saka hazizivi. Vai back.
Essa semana já foi.
Heti manje ndozvaanoda saka unokupa kwacho iye hazozivi apa nongonyarara ungoti aike ngati inongachozivi saka iye hazozivi manje kuti pakupacho unonga akuvharira inini amupiwi mari ka waiketi unoona zviro anonoka uda ati ndimforere waibate saka iye hazozipa ngwacho ndisazona ndiya
Ambotaura nini kuprinsedi yani? Ambotaura nini kudani?
ndokureva hazozipa ngwacho shamwani ukambira kana wanda mari transport handa kuuzwa kuti iwe ufanana kakatira transport ndozvida mveti wako ndozonga tisina mari waingeti saka ukaona nda kudaro nditsvagawo waiketi ashanda mune ashanda zvasiya ndomupa man of the match arashanda shamari arashanda shamari asarwa 3 minutes ashanda bhora ranga rapindera waiketa uye hazozivi anotomudza aiwa unozomudza kuti aiwa pane pamboti ana transport angara munhu anenge ndichikukumbira iyo ndokototsvaga anomukwanisa kundiita mapesa hazozivi zveshe unoona kukambirawo kuti waibata saka papa hazozivi ndozvetondoiti ndozoda muruvheti yako ana mari ndozvonongachiitira iye anofanira kuzvidhabhura ndokuendesa pana chidzidzi ashanda iwo ndokuendesa pana chidzidzi let's hope aripo because ara kutoperera takutodzika apa waiketa asara 2 minutes agawe 2 minutes to go. Akunonoka. Piper. Uko kuchikora mira sekugoni. Pampacha avazozivi madhara. Anoda kuudzwa kuti umungana munhu achida angataimira munhu wake. Okay. Haisina kuti ndowanditira kuti handinoto chero usingazvidi but kana ari yanundipa ndodii. Ndocha transport. Ngoti hauchaubhora nini? Akunonoka.
Cheziramba kusenza. Ukuzambonetsa kuti ukuphatha.
Zakwana 45. Mrandi yekumusoro tiche chidzika. Tauda kuzoenda after interview. Hazi. Akunonoka. Wow.
clinching the maximum points. And we saw on the other side, that is in Norton, Mo's dropping points. They dropped precious 2 points. And you're still within the matrix of clinching the promotion to the PSL. How is this victory a boost to you, making sure that you do reach towards the goal that everyone has his eyes on?
Yeah, you know, we've been playing as dark horses, and we knew one day we'll rise and also be competitive like we are doing now. We are happy that they managed also to lose points at home, so it means it's still game on, and we need to also focus on our next assignment and make sure that we don't lose points at this point. But I'm happy with the response. The boys played very well, and even if you see today, we were doing very well in terms of playing from the back, and even our transition was perfect. So I'm happy with that, and now we focus on our next assignment. And, I'm sure we are going to collect again maximum points.
All right, match day 29, coach, and we have seen some teams fizzling out towards the end, and now it's just a 4-point gap. Do you think you have got the strategies enough to make sure that you will be able to overcome and conquer and get glory?
Yeah, you know, the only disadvantage we have is that we already played North, and that was, we are going to disturb them in this marathon. But now we know there are also teams there. We know it's 9 games to go, and there are so many teams who can disturb them. And the only problem now is to work on our own assignment and make sure that we don't drop points.
All right, and this is a 4-horse race. We saw yesterday Black Rhinos on the victorious end, and also Harare City, you cannot rule them out. What is your prediction as the Scotland FC coach in regards to this race to promotion?
Yeah, you know, as for Harare City and Black Rhinos, yeah, it's still game on. But as for Harare City, we still have to face them. And I know we will try our best to collect maximum points. And if we win that game, they are totally out. So we will try and focus on every game when it comes.
All right, thank you so much, coach.
You are welcome.
All right, coach, we are seeing Agama, a really surprise package, but not so fortunate today. How are you feeling, and are you happy with the performance that your team did put in?
Yeah, I'm very happy with the performance of my team. It's only that we failed to utilize our chances.
All right, and you are now on your own position 5.
Yes.
That is on the log standings. And do you consider yourselves, considering that this is like a season that you just came in and you are going on to prove that you are one of the top teams, do you think that this is a base that you can build on going forward?
Yeah, I think since it is our first season in Division 1, I think we can improve from there. For next season, I think we'll be somewhere.
All right, and do you see Agama talk of the next season being promoted to the Kasolaga Premier Soccer League?
Definitely. Definitely, that's what we are working on. This year we are building, then next year we'll be competing for championship.
All right, and we did see quite a show from your players in this match that just ended. What was your talk, let's say at halftime, when your team was trailing by 1-0 to say, guys, let us come back and we can actually get something out of this match?
Yeah, the only thing which I talked about, it was all about attacking and playing possession football going forward. I think it helped me, even though I've wasted so many chances in the second half.
All right, and you talk of wasting so many chances in the first half. Then the other matches to come, how are you going to make sure that you do utilize on those precious chances that you couldn't?
That is now my homework. Next week, that's what I'm going to work on.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Best.